So this is going to be just kind of a generic unboxing and a look at the goods kind of thing. I'll be doing an actual full night vision video. This is definitely going to be included, but I wanted to play with it and I figured might as well get it on camera and make a video of it. So sealed by B.E. Myers. B.E. Myers inspected and their safety tape. Another cool thing is because I bought mine blue label, meaning law enforcement or people such as myself, B.E. Myers includes a free tape switch as well as the MAWL Man. So this is actually a Lego product, but it's my understanding that you can't actually buy all of the pieces to build this from Lego, and the gun itself is not sold anywhere, so it's a very specific B.E. Myers exclusive Lego thing. So that's definitely going on the wall. Really cool to have. But for $2,500, them giving you a Lego figurine is kind of a who really cares, but at the same time, you know, why not? It's pretty cool. Ages 2 to 75. That's neat. And they also include a sticker. Alright. Double, triple, quadruple checking that I'm recording. You guys ready? Oh. That's really cool. Wow. That's neat. That's really cool. That's actually handwritten. Very, very cool of them. Ranging. Nope, sorry. Zeroing charts. Limited warranty. And quite an extensive manual. All in English, thank you very much. Oh yes. Fail. Panasonic. So that's going to be replaced by Surefire, but for this video, I'll probably put it in there. There it is. Alright, so much like my D-ball, we have a do not burn up the element by running it on high screw that will probably be removed. Here's our battery cap, which takes a flathead. Actually played with this a lot in the store, and it's a little more complicated than just a flathead. Let me break this loose really quick. Get this screw the rest of the way out. And I'm going to move the box. I'm still kind of unsure as to why they need this screw, and I'll show you why I mean that in a second. So the screw's out. So now this pulls out, and it's locked in via detent. So there's detents on the left and right hand side, so it's not going to come out accidentally. I mean, you really have to mess that up. But on top of that, you also have to yank the back cap pretty damn hard. It's O-ring sealed. It's got 3 contact points. I'm going to be completely honest and saying I don't know what the hell they do. But let's chuck the non-Surefire in here. You guys, I'm just kidding, by the way. There's nothing wrong with Panasonic. Just, I run Surefire for everything. Making sure that our polarity is correct. Okay, Oh. Okay, so on the battery cap, these rods, that's what this indexes against and holds the battery compartment in place. And I'm guessing these three probes are saying either the battery cap is connected or not. So I'll push this all back together and lock that in place. Now we have our rotating bezel and an arrow. Arrow's pointing to off. Now there's visible and then IR. And we also have a throw switch. Right now, all the way back is low, or short range, I should say, medium range. And then here's our lockout. We push this down and the rest of the way forward, and that's a long range. On, off, on, off. Go to medium. See that? Now we have this one and that one. And then high will increase the intensity of both of these. Alright, I kind of confused myself. I may have been given some wrong information. So, going through the manual, we have short range, mid range, and then long range, which I can't do one-handed, but you get the point. Alright, so we have buttons A and B. We have corresponding tape switch buttons to A and B, which is really cool because you can get a dual tape switch as well to run A and B, but I'm not going to, just simply for the fact that this is going to be where I would mount a tape switch anyways, and I don't really even like tape switches, just simply for the fact that they get in the way. Alright, so we are going to go to visible. So short range, all the way back, we have button A, which is 5 milliwatts of green pointer. Button B is 1 milliwatt. So, bit of a difference. So we go from short to mid-range, and we have the same between both. And then if we go to long range, our forwardmost button is your standard 5, and then the rear is pulsed. You can double tap and it'll stay on, or tap any of them and it'll turn off. And same with constant on. So cool. So now we're going from visible to IR. Alright, so I'm in the closet where I spend much of my life. Alright, so I am in short range mode. I have a soft amber light aiming at me and telling me that I am in fact in IR mode. So here's button A. So I have a huge flood with a laser. Mode B, medium small flood with a laser. Okay, now I'm going to go to medium range. Mode A, Jesus, lit the whole room up. So that's flood and laser. Button B rather, looks the same, so much more directed throw. Now I'm going to go to long range. Use both hands for this. Button A, geez, super bright. And button B is just a really bright laser. So A, B, that's on high. Medium, A, B, and then back to low, button A, and button B. So, close up of them all. Unlike the D-ball, this is actually all aircraft grade aluminum. This has got a nice rubber housing around it. And all of the hardware on here is actually steel, unlike the D-ball, which is aluminum. So everything is definitely a lot more rugged. And the fact that it would mount to a pick rail just so incredibly easily is a huge attractant to me. So let me show you what I currently have on my Scar, and I'll show you what's going to happen after the fact. So this light is actually both IR as well as white light, but it's kind of big and bulky. So I'm going to take this off really quick and show you guys the benefit of the MAWL. So there you have it. This is how I'll be running it. So when I'm on my rifle, this is where my hand goes, and my thumb just happens to naturally rest right there in that spot. So flip it back on visible. And the great thing about the MAWL is I can have it on my top rail and it does not obstruct my sight. And to the best of my ability, here's another perspective of what it looks like. And from this side, and you can see that it really doesn't stick out that much further than the factory Picatinny rail on the side. So very low profile. It's perfect in every way. The reason I didn't have a D-ball or a PEC on this already is they're gigantic plastic squares, and I didn't want to make the rifle any bulkier than it already was. So this is a lot less obtrusive than running a D-ball or a PEC, just simply for the fact that you can mount it on your top rail and it's completely out of the way. I mean, it's really no further out than the side pick rail in the first place. And it doesn't obstruct your sight, and I can still get to my charging handle. Everything works exactly as it should. I played with this in the back room at the gun shop, and I gotta tell you guys, it was blindingly bright compared to a D-ball. There's no comparison between the two. The illumination is incredibly bright. The laser is very, very crisp. The green laser is super awesome. I'm going to do a lot more video on both the MAWL, the D-ball, and the PEC, as well as some PVS 14s and a PVS 7. But for right now, that's going to kind of wrap this up. Just wanted to get that unboxing out there. So to answer questions now and get them out of the way, do I think that it's better than the D-ball? Yes. Do I think it's better than the PEC? Yes. Better than any other option that isn't this? Yes. Do I own them all? For the most part, yeah. This is hands down the winner. End of story. So I moved it back a few, and I'm probably going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks, if I'm being completely honest with myself. I can never really fully decide, and even when I do decide, it's something that, I don't know, I have OCD. But, it feels great, I love it. Really, really, really happy with it. So, if you already own a D-ball, are you missing out? Yeah, you are. I definitely was. I didn't know that I was, and in that case, ignorance is bliss. So you are gaining quite a bit, both in ergonomics and the option of being able to mount on your top rail. It is considerably brighter than my D-ball, not even my civilian D-ball, if that gives you any kind of perspective. My military D-ball. So it beats both the PEC and the D-ball hands down. Both in ergonomics, brightness, the crispness of the laser, just everything. And on top of that, programmability. So the D-ball is super confusing on top, I mean, once you get it down, if you're only using a D-ball and you don't have a PEC, sure, it's fine. But at the same time, leaving them on is super easy to do. And I can't tell you how many times I've went to go use my D-ball and it was dead and I had no idea why. With this, it's literally as simple as verifying, okay, here's my arrow. Now it's off. If I accidentally touch any of these with my fat fingers, nothing's going to happen. Further than that, you can also program buttons to do a select variety of things. I'm not sure what all they entail. I'm obviously going to read the manual and figure it out, but these are programmable, so you can have one of them just be laser, one of them just be light, one of them just be whatever. So there is programming sequences involved that I'm not going to get into because I don't know anything about it yet. Again, just an initial unboxing. I will be doing a side-by-side of the MAWL, the D-ball, the PEC, and both the D-ball in military version and civilian version. So you guys will get a really good taste of what you're missing out on, and it's not much between the two. So that said, this is totally, absolutely 100% worth it, but you gotta consider one thing. D-balls are, I'm gonna say, about half the cost of this. This is $2,500. And $2,500 for something, if you're not running night vision and it's not something that is going to benefit you greatly, I would spend that $2,500 elsewhere. I mean, that's a Tavor and a Glock. That's a Steyr AUG and a XD. That's, you name it. That's almost a SCAR. So this thing, the only downfall is this right here, this little unit, costs just as much as a Rattler, costs almost as much as a SCAR, more expensive than a SCAR 16. So for $2,500, if you're really not into the night vision game, I would kind of steer you away from it. That said, I am, and I can promise you I'm not going to get a wink of sleep tonight. I'm going to be running around my yard like a crazy person, playing with this thing. And if I can figure out a way to capture some cool video for you guys, I'm definitely going to. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share this with you guys and do the unboxing for you. As I know more as far as the manual goes and programming goes, I'll let you know, but I'm going to be making a video on doing night vision stuff just by itself anyways, so this is going to be a great addition to that. So it's really cool to be able to do an unboxing of an item that isn't a gun for you guys. Those of you who are in the market for these, they come in this flat dark earth coloration, which is really cool. It looks a lot like my other SCAR. And they come in black as well. This is going to wrap up this video. I wanted to give you guys just a quick overview of it. I will go into a lot more depth on this, as well as the PEC and the D-ball, in an upcoming video where I'm going to be comparing the three, as well as the D-ball military version, and telling you what you may or may not be missing. The answer is not much, by the way. So with this and night vision stuff, I plan on making a really badass video on all of it. I still got to figure out how and figure out where. That's the biggest thing, of where I'm going to be doing this. But it's going to be awesome, and I'm really excited to do it. It's going to be out there soon. If you guys aren't already, give me a follow on Instagram. It's just Sean Havoc. I use the same profile picture for everything. I'm really easy to find. Same with Facebook. I will be posting lots of photos of this and lots of videos of this that don't necessarily make it onto YouTube, because sometimes a 2-minute long video isn't really worth it. So if you want to see smaller updates on the progress of this and how this kind of comes into play, that'll definitely be on my Instagram soon. I'm trying to make it a mental note of keeping more content on there, or getting more content on there that's more relevant to what you guys want to be seeing, and I'll go from there. So in the meantime, guys, stay safe, love you all, and thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.